Hello everybody. How's everyone doing this evening? Welcome to everybody in the chat. Welcome back to KSP Live. My microphone's slightly in the wrong direction, wrong position. There we go, that's a little bit better. We will be getting ready to go in just a few short moments. I have sent out quite a number of notifications, getting quite a few retweets on the tweet announcing the stream. Welcome to anyone who is around. Welcome William Ullum. I am very well, thank you very much. Hopefully we will be having a decent stream today. Get some decent missions done. And hopefully not lose any more Kerbals like the late and great Jebediah and the late and great William Kerman. There we go, there's the flags from our Kerbal graveyard. You can just see them on the title screen. Actually, welcome Killer 420211. I'm not actually 100% sure what we've got in store today. We shall have to have a look at what missions we are being offered and see what you guys want me to have a look at. We do still have a contract outstanding that we could look at finishing, which will be an unmanned mission. Not sure how easy it will be to complete it, because I think we will have to bring some science home with it. Is that the end of our music? I think that's the end of our music. I'll have to add a couple of extra tracks on that. I keep finding that I'm talking when the music ends and we haven't got into the stream yet. So, let's get into the game, shall we? Let's get rolling. Boink. And there's me. Hello everybody, I'm El Bristow. This is Ellitopia Gaming. Welcome back to KSP Live, and we are up to now episode 5 of season 5. 5 of 5 of KSP Live. 5 of 5 of KSP Live. There we go. It all rhymes. Last week we had a 50-50 successful mission. We managed to go and rescue William Kerman from the moon. We landed, we picked him up, we brought him most of the way home, and then he blew up in the atmosphere. So yes, here is the remains of William Kerman. Yes, William Kerman, that's the one. Why can't I? Oh, you can't read the flags unless you have a Kerbal with you. That's a shame. That's a real shame. But there you go. This is our Kerbal graveyard the gravestone flags of Jebediah Kerman and William Kerman, our brave souls that have been lost during this career. Hopefully we will be able to do them proud today. We still have the mission that we weren't able to complete last week. The contract that we weren't able to complete, and that is this orbital survey map. Oh, yeah, you know what I mean. An orbital survey mission. Yeah, that one. We need to gather mystery goo observation from high orbit above Moon, material study data from low orbit above Moon, and a magnetometer scan from low orbit above the Moon. Now, we have already picked up the magnetometer scan from low orbit, which gives us an issue because that scan can't be transmitted back if it has 0 science value, so it won't count towards that contract. So we have to physically bring it home, I believe. I'm not really 100% sure. I thought that we were going to be able to just transmit it, and we tried that last week and it didn't work. So this week we are going to use the same kind of craft as our base, but we're going to turn it into just a probe, not a manned mission. We'll have a quick look to see if there's any other Moon contracts being... Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is the perfect contract for what we are doing today. Return to Kerbin from orbit of the Moon. Bring a vessel that was in stable orbit of the Moon back to the surface of Kerbin. Doesn't say we need any people, doesn't say we need any special equipment. That is the perfect contract for what we need today. So there we go. We are going to accept that one, and hopefully that will give us lots of extra points, lots of extra science, and lots of extra funds. It's already given us a slight boost in funds. So let's have a look at the craft that we used last time, which was the Homecoming 2, which kind of worked. It certainly worked for getting us to the Moon, and it would have worked getting us back from the Moon had the time acceleration not messed up on us. So all we actually need to do is turn this into an unmanned mission, an unmanned probe. However, it must be able to survive re-entry. Now that's actually slightly trickier. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rebase this. Let's rebase it to here. Reroute, sorry, not rebase. There we go. Oops. So now I can grab that section and just kind of put it there for the moment. And now this we can use to build up what's going to be our mission craft. So we're going to start with an engine, and we're going to attach some fuel to that engine, which will be one of them. And we are going to put all the sciencey things on that engine. One like so, and we'll have one like that, and we'll have a one like that, and we'll have a couple of these, and we'll have one of these, and we'll do what we did last time and sink that in so it doesn't look so ridiculous sticking out the side. Let's take one of these this time as well. Where can we put this? Let's have it facing that way, like that. Probably will make us slightly unstable on the launch, but that's not the end of the world. Let's take a Kerbal Engineer part as well. Anything I've missed? We've got a thermometer, didn't we? Yeah, we're gonna need one of these. No, we'll stick that on higher up, I think. So there's all the sciencey things. We'll add a reaction wheel on here, and we're going to need batteries, aren't we? What am I doing? Utility. We haven't got the large batteries yet, but we have got tweak scale, so we can just tweak scale one of these up like that, which gives us a huge amount of battery storage, probably a lot more than we need. We can add the although we need ideally a size adapter. We've got one that's a fuel tank somewhere, haven't we? That one? No. Oh, I suppose we could tweak scale that one down. No, okay, maybe we haven't. Is it just a structural? Ah. Is it that one, or is that... No, that's the same. Just wasted the funds on that, okay. That reaction wheel can go on the top, maybe. Didn't we unlock some extra stuff last time? What is that? What is that? Most space agencies seem to think that starting with a manned mission is the way to go. At MRS we disagree, and we think that it's much safer to send... Oh, that one doesn't have SAS though, does it? Yeah, no, okay. I thought we unlocked a part that had... Whoops. That was like a... almost like a fairing for the pod. Let's tweak scale this down. Oops, come on. There we go. Then I can put that on there. Will the fuel pass through that? I think it will, won't it? So that's even extra fuel. Yeah. Cool. And then we can stick a parachute on the top of it. Although one parachute's not going to be enough. So should we in fact stick a nose cone on it to make it aerodynamic? And then stick parachutes on the side of here. I think that makes more sense, doesn't it? Like so. 2 should be enough, shouldn't it? Yeah. So that's 6,429 meters a second of delta V. That's without adding any extra engines on the side of that. That's enough to get to the moon and back, is it not? 4,000 to there. I think that'll get us to the moon and back. What do you think? I think you guys better start coming up with names for this thing, because we might be done. So you guys start thinking of names. This is a moon orbital probe, and well, that's about all there is to it, really. So we've even got the staging all messed up here at the moment as well, I think. So what are they doing there? They should be the last things that fire. Up there. That'll pop. They'll go. Yeah, I don't want that engine to fire there, I don't think. Maybe there. When... No, it's up right up there, actually. There. And let's reroute this back up here. There we go. Oh. There we go. So, goodness me, 8,542 meters a second of delta V. Where did that come from? Just from getting our staging right. Hold on. So all those fire. They go and that comes off. They go, that comes off. Goodness me. Okay, that's definitely going to get to the moon and back. So I'm going to ditch that completely. That's a very, very hefty rocket for a probe to the moon. That will definitely make it. And it will almost definitely get back again. You know what I've forgotten though? I haven't put an aerial on this. Any kind of transmission device. Let's go for... it's in science, isn't it? Let's unlock this one. And we'll put this guy on. like so. There we go. In fact, should we put it this side to marginally balance out the aerodynamics of this beast stuck on the side. The Kerbal Safe Orbiter we have Moonshot. Any more suggestions coming from the chatters? Yeah, I mean this is done. This is ready to roll. Anything else we can put on this? We don't really need anything else on it, do we? That's got torque on it, and that should be enough torque to control that. We've got a humongous battery in it. Ah, solar panels. Solar panels. Solar panels. And William Ullum just says, solar panels. Does it have solar panels? Indeed, I have not put any solar panels on it. Let's get some solar panels on this thing. Now we could just do loads and loads and loads. But I'd rather keep them relatively aerodynamic. So let's go for 2, 4, 6. Some up here. I know I don't need this many, but I have a tendency to underestimate how much power things are actually going to use. There we go. That will definitely be enough solar panels. Whatever angle we're facing, we will have some solar panels facing the sun. In fact, 3 will be enough. Those 3 will be enough. So actually, we don't need half of these. Whoops! Let's not do that. Let's undo that. There we go. Let's do that, and that, and that, and that. Meh, that's enough. That's enough solar panels. Any angle, we will have 3 solar panels facing the sun. That's enough to power this beast. Okay, so I think that we are going to go with Moonshot for this one. This is going to be Moonshot 1. Following a unexpected rapid disassembly of the homecoming craft during its homeward stretch, it has been decided to revert to unmanned missions temporarily in order to complete our Mun survey mission. Hey there, Samori. Welcome. I'm doing very well, thank you very much. The Moonshot class of vessel will comfortably achieve this aim. There we go. Saving that, and I think it's time for us to go out to the launch pad. Launch. The lunch pad. Let's go to the lunch pad. Just clearing out some windows and things in case we get any weird noises from Facebook and Twitter. I think we've got as many Twitter retweets as we're going to be getting. I never noticed that before. You can look through the smoke things and you can actually see the base of the launch towers. That's interesting. Got any cheese sandwiches there? What, on the lunch tower? Ah, hang on. Oh no, we did put an aerial one. Okay, yeah. We did put some kind of communication device on. Out of interest, can we gain any science from where we are? Log the pressure data. Yeah, we can. Mission Control checks the readings against the local weather report to calibrate the barometer. We might as well transmit that. It's only worth 50%, but it's better than nothing. And this is an unmanned vessel, so we're not going to get much else from it. Temperature. The temperature readings spike suddenly. Did somebody start the engines? Transmit that. Let's get a probe reading from here. Nope, already had that one. Magnetometer we will have already had. Let's try it anyway. Let's open the shutter on the telescope and see if we can log anything from there. Nope, so let's close that back again. Log that data. Nope, okay, so toggle that back in. Oh, toggle that back in. There we go. We've probably never taken a materials bay reading, but I don't want to waste our materials bay because we need that. So you think this experiment is rather superfluous? Yes, it is at the moment. So here we are on the launch pad with the Moonshot 1, our unmanned vessel headed for the moon, headed for an orbit of the moon, and hopefully getting some science and then bringing it back again. Welcome, Thomas Harvey. Welcome. We've just taken some science on the launch pad, so this mission is off to a good start already. It's a nighttime launch. We are going to turn on our SAS, put our throttle to 100%, which actually is probably a bit too high thinking about it. The thrust to weight ratio was about 1.9, I think, on our launch, on our first stage. So let's give this a funky angle, shall we? Something like that. So we are ready to launch. In 3, 2, 1, go. There you go. Sorry, I just needed to get a screenshot. Okay. We're on the way. 1,000 meters already. And we are accelerating extremely fast. Let's slow that down. Let's actually start our turn. I'm getting a hello on Steam from Dermot100. I don't know whether he's watching here on YouTube, but if you are, then hello to you too. Oops, drop those off. There they go. Don't know if those parachutes fired then. I suspect perhaps they didn't. Which is a design flaw. We'll find out very soon whether they get recovered or not. "10,000 meters, 270 meters a second. Coming down towards atmosphere. Decided to try and pull us down horizontal then. Right. Okay, Apo is coming up at 20. It is at 20. We are tussling a little bit with the atmosphere. We could do with being a bit higher at this angle. Oh, there go those fuel tanks. Time to push our thrust up a little bit. Let's try and keep ourselves lined up with our prograde marker. Apo is at 35 kilometers now. Hopefully we are getting out of the realms of having to fight against the atmosphere too much. We're at 32 kilometers with an Apo of 46. We can bring our thrust down a little bit. There we go. We've switched to orbital velocity. Orbital velocity view. farm. I think the various different reaction wheels are fighting against each other on this occasion. Well, our Apo is heading nicely toward... What was that? I just got stuck on something. Our Apo is heading nicely towards 70 kilometres, and there it is, 70 kilometres. We're going to continue to push that up a bit towards 80 or so, 85, as we do normally. .84, 85, so we're going to cut our engines here. Loads of fuel left in this stage. In fact, this stage will more than likely get us into orbit and possibly even to the moon. Let's have a look at where we are here. Nice Apo. Where's the moon? Right, moon's in exactly the wrong place. What's that? We've left some debris of the Homecoming 2, and we're probably heading right for it. It's alright, we're not going to catch up with that. So we're just drifting. Let's head up to the Apo then. There we go. Approaching the apoapsis. Let's get ourselves horizontal. And let's get ourselves burning. Oh, we're just starting to drop in altitude, actually, which wasn't my plan. Never mind. We are going to easily get into orbit, though. There we go, we are in orbit. My goodness, this was a very, very efficient craft. So, to get to the moon... We want to be burning over here somewhere, don't we? However, whilst we are in orbit, let's check what other science we could possibly get from here. We've got plenty of power, so let's check the barometer. We can get a barometer reading. There seems to be a distinct lack of atmosphere up here in space near Kerbin. 6 science are transmitting that, so let's transmit that. Bearing in mind, we're probably going to have to transmit all science on this because, other than the important science that we're going to pick up right at the end, because already got that one. Because this is an unmanned probe, obviously. Let's open the telescope shutter. It is now open, although now. Logic says that all that's going to see is the fuel tank behind us, but thankfully, with the magic of Kerbal, the orbital telescope can see the Kerbin's water. Now we've already picked up the telescope reading from Kerbin's water, but we'll leave the shutter open for the moment. Probably already got the mystery goo from here. Yep, 0.5 science if we want that. Let's not worry too much about that. Materials bay we're going to save. Let's check we've got a probe report from here. Yes, we have. So, we've got a little way to go before we're ready to burn for the moon. So, we can speed time up a little and watch for other biomes coming around, which are about to happen. And we can pick up the visual observations from the telescope at the various different biomes. We're still above water, apparently. Come on, switch to shores or something. Shores, there we go. Log the Oh! Grasslands. Oh, okay. It switched very quickly. Tundra. Tundra? Why was there tundra there? Oh, well, we got that one. 6 science. It looks like there's some buildings down there. Maybe Kerbin's surface isn't uninhabited after all. Transmit that. Don't know, we managed to get that one. We got a tundra reading from the telescope. The one time I named something, it went right. Indeed! Well done, Dragon. Oh, over shores. Nope, already got that one. Okay, so we can speed things up again now. Let's see if we get anything else. Any highlands or shores and grass. Oh, there was a little bit of highlands there. Yeah, highlands are coming round here, though. Shores. Grasslands. Highlands. It switched back to grasslands again. Hang on. Highlands, there we go. It looks like there are some buildings down there. I've already seen that one. 6 science anyway. Not to be sniffed at. So, we are now looking at... I think that's all the science we're going to get. We're not going to get around to the desert. We might. No, we're not going to get around to the desert in time. We're going to need to burn before we get there. Are you dropping in altitude? We are dropping in altitude. Yes, but we're dropping down to our periapsis, which is at 77. So that's totally normal. Orbital science and stuff. 77152 is our periapsis. 77151 actually. And then we will start rising again. The marvels of orbital physics. So let's time warp and get ourselves in the right place for our lunar transfer burn, which is roughly where that target kind of crater is on the planet on this occasion, possibly just past it. Okay, so we're in the right place. Let's get ourselves facing the right direction. Too far. I always do that. I always go too far. There we go. Ooh. We are facing the right direction. We're in roughly the right place. So, time to burn. And when you're in space, you have plenty of time to burn. I might have done that a little bit too early, actually. Oh no. I think we're going to be okay. Done that again. I'm going to carry on burning and see what we get. Hey, look at that. Look at that. We could really use this as a slingshot to go into different places. I mean, this build actually has a lot of range on it. Look how much fuel is still left in this stage. You know, we're passing by the moon, and at the moment it's going to head us off into space. Quite interesting. Quite interesting. Let's speed things up. Let's get ourselves in space high over Kerbin, and then run some more science tests and see if we can get some more science points. Oh. Before we do that, we're over deserts. Let's get the visual observations. A few stubby cactuses are visible from up here. Transmits. Plenty of science on this mission. Right, so then we need to get above 200,000. So, like 300,000 will do it. There we go. So, let's have a look, see what science we can get now. Let's go for the telescope, log the observations. While in space high over, so we've already had that one. We've probably already had the magnetometer at this point as well. So let's log that. Nope, okay. Toggle that back in. Barometer probably won't give us a reading, no, and nor will the thermometer will give us a reading, but it's a 0 because we've already got that one. Mystery goo. 3.5 science, and only if we actually recover it. So we'll reset that one. I'd love to see an observation. There's a big white thing. It seems to be a space shuttle right behind us, and it spits fire. Well, yeah, there it is. There's a big rocket behind us that spits fire. See, we could do a materials bay from here as well, which would be... Oh, that's only worth 8.2 as well, so that's not even worth it. Probe report in space high? No. Okay, so not much science that we could pick up from here, actually. Where's the sun at this point? Are we on the... I think we're on the night side. Yeah, sun's over there, so we'll have to zip past. Let's make sure that we are pointing in the right direction for when we do come out the other side, so that we top our batteries up. We've got loads of power anyway, but never mind. There we go. Can't hurt. And let's speed up time. We are heading to the moon again. Let's slow time down while we do this bit. There we go. We are on approach to the moon. And that's going to be high over the moon still, isn't it? Let's get ourselves to there. There we go. Travelling quite fast at this point. New update on Track Day Manager. New tracks like NASCAR tracks. Yes, I have seen that update. I haven't raced on them tracks yet, but I will definitely be checking them out. There we go. Gonna burn. Bring this orbit in. Zoink. Cut. Look at that. And we're still using this tank. It's incredible, absolutely incredible, the range that we've got on this thing. So it's only one, and it's American Speedway. 28 laps. 28 laps. Goodness me, that's a lot. I like the sound of that though. This I shall more than likely be getting a video done on that one. Right. Anyway. Back to what we're doing. Deutsche Ring is the other track, and I've not got to try it yet. Yeah, I will be having a look at them hopefully on my channel. So be sure to tune in there. Let's log some observations of the moon while in space high over the moon. Craters! Craters everywhere! 12 science and 100% transmit value. That's being transmitted. Now, in space high, we need mystery goo in high orbit. So let's observe some mystery goo in high orbit. There we go. You briefly consider filling one of those canyons with goo. Now, can we transmit that? If we can, that will be that complete. Experiment may need to be returned to Kerbin for credit indeed. So, good job we brought 2 mystery goos. Gonna keep that. The other 2 are from low orbit, but let's see if there is any science to be got. When you go on Track Day Manager, pull me in with you. I want to race. Me and Jalindo tried the party feature and it works. Okay, that's good. Yeah, already got that science. Barometer. Nope, can't do that. Thermometer. Already got that. Probe report. Ooh, the telemetry indicates that all systems are functioning nominally. 2 science. Better than a slap in the face with a wet fish. Okay, so we have our mystery goo reading that we need. We now need to head to low orbit. Let's make sure we are in low orbit by getting our periapsis down as low as possible. 15. We'll do it. In fact, shall we burn so that we can dump that and it will crash into the moon and we can get rid of it? I think yes, we will. Let's do this. Danger burn. Do that. and then spin us around. There we go, and then dump that engine, and then we'll burn our Perry back out of the planet, out of the surface rather. There we go, 11,000. And that will now leave 0 debris, which is always good. Parachutes won't save it. Speaking of debris, let's clear these out. That stage is recovered. So we are down to what was actually intended to be our probe. Let's take this round to our periapsis. If we watch carefully, we might actually see our... That's our debris down there, isn't it? It will eventually crash into the surface and disappear. There it goes. It's gone. I believe. Or it's just out of range. No, it's gone. So, right, let's bring us round to the periapsis, which incidentally is near the crater where we landed before. And crashed before, and then landed again. So, let's get a visual observation. Everything looks a little grey and really cratery. 18 science. Transmit. Getting loads of science. So now we need to get materials study. Observe the materials bay. 75 if we recover it. Your experiments are still unable to conclusively prove whether or not the moon is made of cheese. You formally request permission to go lower. I'm sure we've read that before. I'm going to keep that and try and recover all that science. Let's get a barometer. Just for kicks, you measure the pressure up here. Yep, no atmosphere. Keep that, because that's worth 36 if we can recover that. Temperature, worth 12. While waiting for the temperature scan to finish, you sketch patterns made by the moon's canyons. 12 science on that. Now, this one's going to be the iffy one. We need to toggle this out. And we need to log the data, but it's not worth any points. We need to keep it, toggle that back in, and hopefully when we recover this, it will recover the science and fulfill this contract. Probe report from here? Nope, don't need that. So yeah, it's a tricky one. It's iffy. I don't know whether it's going to be successful or not. If not, I'm not really sure how we go about completing this contract. But let's get ourselves turning around. Why are you turning around so slowly? Because we've only got very little reaction wheel built into that probe, haven't we? Okay, so we should have brought another probe, another reaction wheel with us. That telescope makes much more sense in that position. That's where it was intended to be. I didn't expect us to have an entire full tank of fuel for the orbital section of this mission. But there we go. So let's come out to the map, and it's time for us to burn our Apo back up so that we can head back for Kerbin. And doink, there it is. So we aren't going to get any closer, are we? So there we go. That's our trajectory back to Kerbin. We are going to speed up time and start heading back. There we go. And time to turn around again. Stop, please. There we go. And we can start burning this so that that also brings our periapsis in. And I mean, obviously not the most efficient way to burn our periapsis in, but let's... Whoa, that was too much. That was too much. Wow, this thing's still heavy. Come on. There we go. Get that back lined up again. Burn that back out a bit because that was too far. 35, 38. Going to be playing it safe. We're going to use the engines to slow us down for re-entry. Yeah, because we've got loads and loads of fuel. So now let's speed up time, and this time we won't speed up time so much that we... Look at those, look. Boss 4 debris. Get out of the way. Yeah, we're not going to speed up to the point where we blow up in the atmosphere straight away. Let's let things slow down gently. And we can enter the atmosphere at a sensible speed. Get ourselves pointing retrograde now. And get ourselves round to the periapsis, and then we can start burning. To slow ourselves down properly. There we go, here come the fireworks. Let's just hope we can keep this thing pointing in the right direction, because I think it's going to have a tendency to want to spin around and lawn dart towards the planet, so we're going to have to keep a close eye on it. Yeah, see, it's starting to try and pull away from us already. I'm having to keep correcting it to keep us pointing retrograde, and it's very tricky. The atmosphere is really pushing us. Hopefully nothing's going to go bang. In fact, let's start burning with our engines. That will help stabilise us a bit. We can watch our periapsis and our apoapsis coming in with the aid of Kerbal Engineer and the map, of course. This is quite a braking manoeuvre. Well, we are definitely coming down, and that was a nice, gentle entry, actually. It wasn't bad at all. And we've got plenty of fuel to help us with our landing. I wonder if we can get any readings off any of our science stuff, like the thermometer. At this point, where is it? There's the thermometer. Log. Ah, we've already got a temperature scan. Okay, cancel that then. I didn't think we had a temperature scan. And we can't use that while we're in the atmosphere. In fact, we should probably have closed the shutter on that, because the heat would have been killing that that telescope. Where are we going to land? Hey, we might be landing near the Space Centre. That'd be cool if we are. We shall have to see. Our Perry has come in. We're approaching the Apo. It's certainly going to be close. Very, very interesting. Here we go. We're coming over that continent now. We're landing on the right continent, which is a good start. We are landing in continent. I'm tempted to see if we can burn. No, I can't get there. We're being pulled by the atmosphere. This is the Kerbal Space Center here. I was seeing if we could possibly change our trajectory so that we land a bit nearer to it, but that's not going to be the case, I don't think. We're still at 39 kilometers. I think we're going to need to slow ourselves down a bit. Otherwise we're going to go past. Yeah, now we can do it. Where is it? That's the Space Center there. It's very hard to control doing this. Because the atmosphere is constantly trying to pull us straight. No, that's... Well, we tried. We're going to be landing on the land here. Are we safe to open our parachutes at this point? No, it's unsafe. Okay. Because we're actually speeding up again as we come down. It will get safe though. Unsafe. Come on, give me some safe. Safe. So, deploy shoot. Oops, I didn't mean to deploy one. I meant to deploy shoots, plural. And they are going to pop for us at about 1,000. I clearly didn't put my phone on silent. There we go. Right, come on parachutes. Pop at 1,000, please. There they go. Are we slow? We're very slow. Look at that. Okay, so let's get ourselves down. Can we do a probe report from here? Oh, we can. Let's slow down time, transmit that. Barometer reading. Ah, yeah, we can't do those. Oh well, we can take another one when we land though. Right, come on, let's get down, let's get on the floor. donk. There we go. We are down. What's this? Contract complete. Oh, return to Kerbin from orbit of the moon. There we go. We completed that contract. 98,305 funds, 8 science and 19 reputation for bringing the probe home. Let's see if we can get a probe report from here for more science. 0.3. Okay. Well, we'll keep it anyway. Toggle the magnetometer. See if we can grab some magnetometer data from here. No more samples can be collected. No more samples can be collected. Oh, because we've already got one. Ah, and that's the one we need to keep. Okay. Ignore me. So, toggle that back in. And let's recover this and see if we do actually complete these 3 contracts, these 3 objectives. Mystery goo from high orbit, material study from low orbit, magnetometer from low orbit. We're going to hit recover and see what we get. Drum roll. Longer drum roll than I expected. Come on. Right. Hey. Material study from low orbit above moon complete. 5,936 funds and 15 science. Magnetometer scan from low orbit complete. 4,760 and 3 science. We completed a survey of the moon. Well done. 33,810 funds and 3 reputation. Well, that was very much... Oh, it says from at least 2. I didn't realise that. We got all 3. We gave him a full house. Oh well, there we go. So, contract complete. A completely 100% successful mission. That makes a change. Now, what are we going to do with our funds and our science and our reputation? I'm thinking... Ooh, 451,000. Should we upgrade that? What can we do if we don't? See, these are 160, and we're getting to the point where we're getting that kind of science from our missions. So I'm thinking... I mean, look at all this stuff we could start using. Look at all these parts. Juicy, juicy parts. What's that? A screwdriver. Okay. The folding solar panels. We've got all these things, whatever they are. Mobile lab. Oh yeah, the mobile processing lab we're going to need. We've got the larger command pods and the service bay. We've got these things. Advanced control blister. Yeah, that thing. And stability control. Yeah, I'm not interested in that one. A wheel and some more parachutes. Lots of wings and nose cones and cargo bays and things. And fairings. Fairings as well. Airstream protective shell. And there was... Isn't there 2 different types of those? I don't know. Supersonic flight. We've got cockpits and stuff. Noses and all that kind of thing. Actuators. This is hinges and things like that from the... and the grabbing unit. So I think we want to aim to be unlocking or upgrading the science building so that we can unlock some of these. I mean, we still haven't unlocked all of these, obviously. I don't think any of these are more important, though. Particularly. No. So, 451,000 would allow us to unlock everything up to 500 science. And let Kerbals collect surface samples and allow us to transfer resources on our craft. 451 is going to leave us 135,000 funds. I mean, these guys are offering us some decent funds for some satellites and things. Rescue ASFI. Science data from space around the moon. Could have got that one. Ferry 4 tourists to the moon and back. See, that's doable now. Temperature scans of the moon. Position satellite in a geosynchronous orbit. Rescue Leah Kerman. Ferry 3 tourists to the moon and back. Land on the moon. Tourists actually want to go to the moon and land on the moon already. What was the other one? Where was the 4? No, they just want to orbit around. Oh, that one wants to fly by Minmus. Goodness me, okay. In one mission, Moon and Minmus. That would be interesting. Suborbital space flight of the moon. Fly by Minmus. Suborbital space flight of the moon and a flyby of Minmus. Flyby Minmus. Land on the moon. Suborbital space flight on the... Goodness me, that's actually quite a complicated mission, that one. They want us to land on the moon and fly by Minmus. And then get them home again. Massive, massive amount of funds available from that mission. Maybe we'll have a look at something like that next week. I'll have to see how gutsy I'm feeling next week. Plant a flag on the moon? We've already got a flag on the moon. Do we want to just keep doing moon missions? I don't know. I think that we are going to unlock this. Any of these contracts that we take now are going to give us a decent advance. See, look, 65,000 for that one, 58,000. I mean, we can build a craft for that kind of money. So, I think we're going to upgrade the science building like that. Ta-da! There it is. Here is the science building upgraded. The next level will be 1,690,000 funds. Hopefully, we will get there at some point, but that will be a little way off yet, I think. Anything else that we can upgrade? No. See, that one's 75. 225, 75. So we could upgrade some of those at a later date. But there we go. We can now unlock some more sciencey things. What have we got? So, heavier rocketry is the mainsail engine and the twin-bore fuel engine. Advanced fuel systems. Connector port, fuel tank adapter, monoprop, striped jumbo, RCS fuel container, RCS fuel container. Advanced landing is a wheel, parachutes, landing legs, and the large heat shield. Specialised control is RCS blocks and things. Fly-by-wire avionics hub. If you wanted to prove your people showing off your elite flying skills but lack the skills to become a trained pilot, C7's Aerospace Fly-by-Wire Avionics Hub is the solution. This module allows even the most minimally trained crew to fly like an ace. Warning, this module cannot operate autonomously. Warranty void if attempting to do so. Warning, module contains no internal gyroscopes or control systems. Control actuators sold separately. Warning, warranty void without proper use of C7 Aerospace brand sickness bags. Sold separately, currently out of stock. So it's got SAS... Prograde retrograde hold, radial normal hold, maneuver hold, and target tracking. Right, I see. So it's... Yeah, it replaces a trained pilot, basically, and it's a nose cone. Interesting. Good way to get your Kerbal some experience. Planetary command module, cupola, command pod, lander can, service bay. Advanced exploration is... Boxsat, I believe. Is the rest of Boxsat in there? No, it's not. Okay, so storage container, observation module, deep space habitation module, the mobile processing lab. That's going to be quite important. Where are docking ports? They're there? No. there. That's the Clampetron. So we need that one and then that one for the Clampetron. What is that one? See, I'm not really too bothered about. Oh, mind you, there's a solar particle collector. That's scientists level for reset 2. Maximum sample. Reset costs 1. Reset requires electric charge. So 90 and 160 would be 250. Can't afford both of those. What am I going to eat for dinner? I've already eaten my dinner. I had a kebab. And chips. Fries, depending on what part of the world you're currently sitting in. So I can't do a 90 and a 160. I can do two 90s. That's all solar panels and things. This is Boxsat. See, I'm quite interested in giving Boxsat a try. What's that? RCS thruster block. Probidobidobidine hex, the bigger probidobidobidine. Explosives. Okay. MRS fuel tank. Stack decoupler. Octagonal strut. Goresat. Radiance experiment satellite. Okay. So that's a science module. I'm quite tempted to go for the Boxsat, actually. He might eat wet fish, as he mentioned earlier on the stream. I don't tend to eat wet fish. Certainly not raw. And by the time you've cooked it, it tends not to be wet anymore. So, Boxsat battery module, empty module, Boxsat LFO tank, Boxsat MP tank, Boxsat probe core module, Boxsat reaction wheel module. And somewhere we had a Boxsat thermometer module as well. Back here somewhere. Right back here somewhere. I don't know. Where's it gone? Well, we had it basically from the start, I think. Oh, there it is. There's the Boxsat thermometer module. So we could have a look at a Boxsat and try taking on some of those science, those satellite launch missions. There's the barometer. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I don't care what you think. 160 science on that. We're going for Boxsat. We're going to close that. And we're going to take a satellite mission. Equatorial orbit of Kerbin gives us 34,000 up front and 94,000 for completing. That's quite a lot. 4 science for completing. So, yep, I'm going to accept that. Equatorial orbit, that's not too tricky. Let's have a look at where that is and what direction it's going. That's... hold on. Where are we? Is it this one? Is this the one we've got? Is that the one we've accepted, or is this the one we've accepted? Because that's not an equatorial orbit. That is an equatorial orbit, but that's around the moon. That's near the moon. I'm not so keen on that one. Okay, well, we had plenty of Delta V in... What? Why has that come back up? We've just gained more science. And funds. And... what happened there? What was that all about? I looked at this for a bit, and then we picked up more science somehow. Oh, what's happening to these? They're coming back to Kerbin. That's interesting. Not quite close enough to be destroyed by Kerbin. It's funny how things like that work out, though. They're being returned to Kerbin. See, that's another contract being offered. And the polar orbit. I think the yellow one is the one we've accepted. We'll have to check that. Are you going to play Five Nights at Freddy's 4? Not really my kind of game, I'm afraid. We've got 132 science again, so we can actually unlock some more stuff. So I'm going to unlock this, because that leads up to the docking ports. And gives us these weird things that we probably will never use. And the solar particle connector, which we might. So let's unlock that. There we go. Leaves us with 42 science. That's pretty weird. Right. Launch a new unmanned probe that has an antenna and can generate power. Reach the designated equatorial orbit within reasonable deviation. Have a materials bay on the satellite. Have a materials bay. Okay. So we have to bring a materials bay. Okay. Interesting. So, right, let's go new craft, and we are going to open up box sat. There we go. There is box sat. It's, funnily enough, a box. And in box sat, we are going to put a probe core module like that. This is basically firing a rack mount server into space. That's kind of what we're doing here. So that's box sat with controls. Let's give it a liquid fuel. No. Let's give it monoprop tanks. There we go. And some thrusters. Doink, doink. That's probably actually all we need on a box sat. There is a reaction wheel module in there, which gives us 0.5 torque. Not a lot, but I think that's about as much as... That's more than the Probodobodyne has. So that's pretty good. And then a science thing. Thermometer. There we go. And then we can... Is it under structural? There it is. An empty module. Why would I want to put an empty module on it? There we go. We can put a panel on it. There we go. This end towards space. There is box sat. And there is the little controller. That's the thermometer module, so that we can actually access the thermometer. That's pretty cool. And then we can stick solar panels on that from here. Ah, that's a battery module. I didn't put any batteries in it. Technically, I should take out the thermometer and put batteries in it instead. There we go. And then solar panels. Top and bottom maybe, or just on the top. One on the top, like that. Oops. There we go. And we haven't got a thermometer module on there anymore, so we can put these there and there. There we go. That is a satellite. I wonder how powerful these are, whether they could actually take that thing up. Actually, let's take that off. Let's put a parachute on the top of that. We haven't got a square parachute, have we? That would be quite fun. There we go. It's got a little hat on. Out of interest, I'm going to call this an X. I'm going to give this an X designation, X1. So this is going to be the X2. And for 5,000 funds, I'm going to save it and take it out to the launch pad and just see. Ah, let's give it an aerial. Let's give it some kind of communications. Hold on. And let's actually. Sink that in a bit. There we go. Right, so there we go. For 5,412 funds, I'm going to take this out to the launch pad and see if it will actually lift off with the monopropellant that I've put inside it. Seems legit. Yep. Here we go. Here is Boxsat. Hello there, Boxsat. Let's turn on the RCS and SAS and let's H it. Yeah. Not. Ah. Why is it sunk in a bit? That's a shame. Not a lot of RCS in there, obviously. It did have 12.5 monopropellant fuel in there. But there we go. I mean, that's a working satellite. I can recover that, and all that's cost us is the cost of that monoprop, which is not a lot. It is tiny, and we could stick that in a cargo bay. We can do anything with that. And it's a working satellite. Incredible. Hasn't got solar panels on all sides, which could be an issue. And I'm pretty sure that the idea of this kind of craft wouldn't really be to be recovering it, considering how cheap it is. So maybe we can take the parachute off. We'll put a solar panel on the top. No, because we need to be able to attach it somehow, don't we? We've got an attachment point top and bottom. See, the expandable solar panels would be better, and I think at some point you do get Boxsat extending solar panels. Oh, there's that pod shroud I was talking about. Out of interest, purchase that. It fits in there like that. Look at that. That's pretty cool. In fact, we could even put it on the top of the pod shroud. What does it actually do? Ejection force. So it's basically, yeah, it's basically a it's a fairing for a pod. So we could do quite a lot with this thing. I mean, this mission that we're doing has to have a science bay. What's the mod you're using for the solar panels? That is part of the Boxsat mod. Those solar panels are part of Boxsat. So yeah, if you get Boxsat, you get the box and all the parts and the solar panels, which is pretty cool. Solar particle collector fits on the top of a Boxsat. That's pretty awesome. Although we then can't use the shroud, I'm guessing. Hang on, utility. Shroud. Yeah, there's nothing to attach it to. Unless we put it on the bottom, but we don't want that. And we haven't unlocked any fairings yet. But the solar particle collector, look at this, look. It's pretty cool. And I'd like to take that with us. So, let's forget everything else and just take that. We need the materials bay though. Can we shrink that down? Oh, we can. Oh, how awesome is that? I can shrink down the materials bay. I didn't know that. Which means in theory I can stick some fuel and stuff on the bottom of that. Kind of defeats the object of the whole box set idea, but if I go for, what do I want to use? One of those. Scale that down. And then, oh, we haven't unlocked the little engine yet, so I'll have to scale that down as well. So it's a diddy little probe which actually does everything that we need for our mission. We can launch an unmanned probe, it can generate power, and it has an antenna. It can reach the orbit probably, hopefully, and it will have a materials bay. So, well, there you go. So let's put a stack decoupler on there, scale that down, and then we'll start getting a little bit more sensible and put some, no, that's the one I'm after, put some fuel under it. We'll have to scale that one down for the moment, and then 922 meters a second just in that. That's quite a lot. 4,484 meters a second in that. .03 thrust to weight ratio though, which is not a lot. So let's strap some of these to the side of it. And hold on, what am I doing? Some of these. Hey there, Tony the TARDIS. Welcome, welcome. Oh, it's supposed to be two of these. Hold on, it's not really skilled enough for the asynchronous design. I'll tell you what, let's bring those down a bit. Put some nose cones on the top of them. And then some more of them on the bottom. 7,736 meters per second of delta V. Ah, but the thruster weight is not good enough. Okay. It was worth a try. So I'd have to do those. 7,193 meters a second of delta V. 2.49 thruster weight at that point. That's still pretty lots. So if I then put these guys on here. We have a bit of a beast. we need some struts on all this, but actually, even better, what if we take those off, put them back on. Hold on, let's take these off for the moment. And use these That's 7,716, 1.13 thrust to weight ratio. Not really enough, is it? That's a shame. They're just not quite powerful enough, are they? That is a shame. 16875 200. Yeah, they've definitely got the better ASL. Ooh, what if we? What's the maximum thrust on them? 14.783 and 60 in a vacuum. No, I'm not going to risk it. I was thinking of trying the air breathing engines, because that would have been an extremely fuel efficient way of launching this. Should we do it anyway? Should we try it? What have we got for? Oh, we haven't got much for air intakes. Did that. Took those off. Use these guys. Oh, they're tiny. I didn't realise that. But I can scale them up, surely. They wouldn't need any oxidizer. Actually, we wouldn't want that on. Oops. Yeah, we'd have to do it this way. .23. They've actually got 1.23 thrust to weight on them. So if we did that, I mean that would kill the thrust to weight, wouldn't it? That, yeah, that would kill them. If I scale those down, 0.19. Oh yeah, I do read the stream, sorry. How long is a typical KSP live season? Until we run out of funds, basically. I mean, this is the quickest that we've progressed through the season, so this one might last us a little bit longer. They certainly last. They've lasted a good few months in the past. I'd like them to last a bit longer. We've just made some very stupid decisions in the past. I've made some very stupid decisions in the past that have led to the early end of a season and things like that. So, hopefully this time it will last a little bit longer. I mean, I would like it to be, a season. Which would be, like 8-9 months, 10 months maybe, and then have like a bit of a break from it. But I've never actually had a break from KSP in between seasons, other than like maybe a week or two. So at some point it probably would be good for me to actually start doing something like that, make it a proper season and have a break in between the seasons. But that's not happened thus far. .18. I think 1.18 is not quite enough. This just a slight observation here. If I sink these into the body, this is starting to look a lot like an actual, aircraft. 27,000 funds. We haven't got a lot left, but if we stick parachutes on all this and make it all recoverable, I think we might have something here. I want to get KSP. What advice would you give going into the game a complete rookie who only knows what you have shown on a stream? Just play around with it. There's a massive community around KSP. And they're usually pretty friendly. Unless you're a real idiot yourself. So, talk to the community, watch stuff on YouTube. Scott Manley's a good place to start. Watch some Scott Manley videos. He does a lot of tutorial stuff. Actually, probably need 2 of them, don't we? That's a good place to start. I mean, watching me is a fairly good place to start because you see all the kind of mistakes that I make, and hopefully would learn not to make those mistakes yourself. So learn from other people's mistakes instead of your own. But yeah, just have a play around with it. Okay, they fire. Those parachutes want to go when they come off. These parachutes want to go there. Those parachutes want to go up there. And those parachutes want to go on there, up there. Okay, let's get a launch stability enhancer on this. 2. Here we go. I'm going to call this an X3 because this is still an experimental craft. But I'm going to save this and see if this will actually do anything like what we want. I don't think we're going to have SAS on this, are we? I just want to see if this will actually launch, because if it will, we've got a chance of actually doing something with this without having to... the oxidizer's all gone back in. Why is that? Oh my goodness, 1.42 thrust to weight on that stage now. My goodness. Let's get all this staging right. So that fires, that fires. There you go. Okay. I think eating all of the Halloween Haribo we had ready for the kids coming to ring the doorbell has made me a bit ill. Well, that kind of serves you right. Let's save this. Let's take this out to the launch pad. This is an experimental craft, so let's see if this thing actually does what we're thinking it might. The plan is going to be to try and get a satellite into orbit. A very high orbit, I will add. Let's have a look at the map. Yeah, see, we've got to get it right the way out there. So that's going to be tricky to do. However, this is a very interesting kind of craft. We do have SAS. I didn't realise that. BoxSat gives us SAS. Throttle is at 100%. We're going to activate the engines, let them fire up, and then let go of the craft, because these are air-breathing engines. They are jet engines. Let's see if this thing works. So let's go for engine ignition in 3, 2, 1, go. Let them fire up. 126, 127, 128, and we'll let go, and we're away. This is an air-breathing rocket launch. Which I have done in a previous season of KSP Live, but they didn't work after one of the updates. However, this certainly does seem to be working. Oh, we're not going very fast though. Right, so they don't work at very high altitudes. Okay. So, let's add another stage. Let's fire these engines, these solid boosters. However, they're going to burn out very, very quickly. So, cutting engines. Come on. Dump. There we go. Right, okay, so this isn't going to work. Let's cut the engines. And let's get all the parachutes out. Where did the rest of them go? Have they landed already? Those little ones. I don't know where they went. Weird. Didn't hear them go bang or anything. Right, speeding up time. Okay, they went bang. That made me jump. Ah, there's something. Oh, they're above us, are they? Ah, there's another one. Right, I see. Okay. So... oh, they didn't completely get destroyed, though. They just kind of went bang a bit. Oh, and our bottom engine went bang as well. Okay, that one did get completely destroyed. That was a bit weird. So, okay, so not quite what we had in mind. So we are going to go back. Blah, 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 blah. We are going to have to go back to actually building a rocket, a proper launch vehicle. Let's recover that. Yes, I did indeed speak too soon. X3 debris still thinks they're in flight. Okay, let's speed these up then. They are gone. Did they blow up? Or did they get recovered? Don't know. I have a suspicion that they got blowed up. Okay, so that cost us about 10 grand. Elle looks on in what? So this idea, this doesn't work. Let's get rid of this. Right, and get rid of that. I don't need that. And get rid of that. I don't need that. So let's go. Ooh, let's bash my microphone again. Let's go. Let's put this up here. And let's go stack decoupler here. No, not that. One of these. Because I mean that there is 4,000 meters a second. So if we can get that up, doing like this or something. .99. Why is this thing so underpowered? Take those off. Don't need that. And that's quite underpowered as well, isn't it? Let's use a smaller fuel tank on that, I think. One of those. Maybe a little bit extra on. 1.42? Really? It made that much difference? 1.35. What if I do one of those? 1.2, so that's still okay. Okay, fair enough. However, this is still not quite capable. 3/4, that's a half. Have we got a quarter? That's a quarter. Right, so let's unlock that. 14,000 funds to unlock that. Ouch. Right, let's go for one of these and tweak scale it up then. 1.54, plenty. One of these and tweak scale that up. 1.17, not enough. Okay, so let's drop this down. We'll put one of these there. Tweak scale that up and put that there and that there. 1.39, that'll do us. 4,188 meters a second of delta V in that stage, followed by 3,689 delta V in that stage, followed by 922 on the probe itself, plus the monoprop that it's got. That's pretty cool. Let's get some wings on it so that we don't lose it to the Kraken. Let's scale them up. Okay, let's not scale them up because they look ridiculous. So let's leave them where they were. Parachutes on this stage. Let's get 4 of these guys on here. Don't know if that's going to be enough to save that actually, but it might be, it might be. Let's get some reaction wheels on here. Let's unlock that one actually, and we'll get the advanced stabilizer on there because it's the right size as it is. There's a reaction wheel there and there's a small reaction wheel on that, so that should be plenty. 1.37, still at 8,000 delta V, that's great. Okay, so name time guys. This is actually quite a sleek looking ugly little rocket. Need to come up with a name for this. This is just a satellite basically. It's going to be going in a very, very high lunar satellite orbit. Daft question, but do you think it's possible in a completely unrelated video to create things in KSP not made for KSP purposes, like a low-flying air turbine aircraft or a rocket car? Yes, it is completely possible to do that. I haven't chosen to do it so far, but it is certainly possible to do it. If people want me to do that, then perhaps I will one day. Thrust power 1. Is that a better thruster to use or something? Pretty sure they're all the same. That's actually slightly more efficient in a vacuum, that one. Oh, 1 and 0.1. Mind you, I don't need much thrust power on this, so we could actually do that. We could take that off, take these off, and put these on instead, because they're small. They're tiny. Do they even have a... they're like corner thrusters, aren't they? No, I don't trust that because we can't actually fire backwards. Nope, we'll stick with what we had. Actually, where's the centre of mass on that? Let's take that down. Let's put those on the centre of mass. There you go, that's actually a slightly better design because then we can rotate it easier. Relay 1, indeed, we could call it that. It's going to collect solar particles for us, probably whilst in orbit. Other science we could be getting? Doesn't. Oh, what's the GORSAT? Global Orbital Radiance Experiment Satellite. Monitor the total light reflected from a planet's surface across multiple wavelengths using 4 cavity radiometers. Can only be used from high orbit. I'm going to buy that and I'm going to attach it to our craft because I can. It certainly looks interesting. I think maybe we'll embed it into the body a little bit. Like so, and we've actually got some space for some more solar panels. Ta-da! So now we have solar panels on all sides, which is also an advantage. Hasn't really affected things too much. That's pretty cool. Right. Relay 1, KSP bubble. I like Relay 1 actually. I think we're going to go with Relay 1. This is a relay satellite vehicle intended for unmanned launch and not intended for return to Kerbin. Up, up, and away! Save it. Check that. Yeah, that's wrong. That goes there. That will probably need to fire as soon as that goes. They can go when that goes, that's fine, and that will fire up there. Okay. Saving. Launching. This is going to be interesting. I don't know if it's going to have quite enough Delta V actually. But SAS. Whoa, 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 whoa. Well, that wasn't quite what I had in mind. That's going to be expensive. Space Center. We should have put a launch stability enhancer on that. Clearly. How much is it going to cost us to repair? Oh look, some debris. Let's recover the debris. Recover the debris. Recover the debris. We have 10,000 funds. It's going to cost us 24,000 funds to repair that. Ouch! Science data from space around Mun. See, this will give us 94,000, but we can't afford to launch the craft now. Plant flag on Mun. Should have left someone on Mun, shouldn't we? Rescue ASFI Kerman from orbit. Science data from space around Mun. That's only 15,000 advance. I mean, we could do that quite easily. With that craft, in fact. Or with the one that we did before. But we need 24 to repair the... No advance on these? Nope. Position satellite in geosynchronous orbit. That's easier than the mission that we've got at the moment. Have a materials bay. We've got our materials bay. Shall we take that one? Are we going to have enough? Possibly just about. Don't remember how much that cost. Come on, let's try it. We've got 59,000. Let's repair that, leaving us with 35. I don't think that's enough, is it? $39. Ouch. Any way we can cheap out on this? That's only 25, but that doesn't have an engine on it. Oh, that's so close. And that part wouldn't be recoverable. Have to have a science bay on it. How much do all these things cost? The solar collector is 6,000. So if we ditch the solar collector, probably weighs a fair bit as well. Oh no, 0.02. If we ditch the solar collector, we can afford the launch. I kind of wanted the solar collector, but for the sake of being able to launch, I think it's worth sacrifice. Oh, that one as well. What's the Gorsat worth? 4,000. Right, can we do... Hang on, let's do the solar collector. Oops. And not the Gorsat. We can just about afford to launch that, but we also need to add... No, it's not going to be enough. Anything else we can cheap out on? My cat's going to ask to come in a moment. Those parachutes. Part will probably end up in orbit anyway. Right, well that's launchable. We can launch that. Can't call this Relay 1 anymore, it'll have to be Relay 2. Relay 1 was... ash. Let's make sure we put those in the right place. Right. Okay. Gonna save it. This is gonna be a moment of truth actually, because if this goes horribly wrong, this could be potentially be the end of season 5 after one silly mistake. Come on, we're launching. The silly mistake was upgrading the science, the R&D centre. Right, SAS on. Throttle at 100%. Very uncomfortable with this launch. What are our targets? If we're going to launch, we want to do it pretty soon. Oh no, actually we've missed it, haven't we, for that one? No, that's my cat. Let's let my cat in, shall I? Come on then. Hello. You're going to come and say hello to everyone? No. He's not really a people cat. Right, if we speed up time until we're around this side. There we go. Then we'll be in a better position. We want to kind of launch southeast rather than east. It's a daytime launch now, which is good. So our SAS is on. Our throttle is at 100%. We're going to be launching southeast, which is over there. Let's see if this actually is the end of season 5. Ironically, after we were discussing it earlier. This is the relay 2, after the relay 1 really did not work. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Well, we're taking off. That's a good sign. That's better than the previous attempt. We actually have a fairly hefty amount of control over this. It's not easy to control, so I'm going to spin myself around a bit to there, so that we can just go east. Sorry, so that we can just go to the right, and that will actually take us southeast. Oh, we're quite high. Whoa, atmosphere kicking in as well. See, there's 10,000 metres, and we're not even halfway through our first stage of fuel yet. So that's not bad, actually. We're going a bit too fast, so let's bring that down a bit. Actually, this is not too bad. This is not too bad at all. (27, 28). Apo's doing well. Thrust to weight's doing well. Fuel's doing well. I'm going to aim for an Apo of about 100 this time, I think. At 83. We're kind of going in the right direction. We didn't quite get it right, but not too bad. It's more easterly we want, actually, isn't it? So let's go this way a bit. 113, 115. Let's go for 120. There we go. We're in space. So let's head up to the Apo and circularise this orbit out. Oh, it's a bit of a heavy beast. Watch the fuel. This is actually a strangely successful rocket. I didn't actually expect it to be quite this successful. We're in orbit. In fact, we might as well... There we go. That's the end of that fuel. Let's just tweak... Can we tweak the settings on these? Yeah, let's put these up to 0.55. Because we're going to ditch this, and it's now actually going to have to survive re-entry, which I wasn't really expecting. Oh, actually, it's just going to stay in orbit, isn't it? That's going to be an empty tank in orbit. Oh, idiot. What an idiot. I didn't mean to do that. Oh well. This is going to be debris in orbit. Never mind. Whoops. Stop. There we go. It's gone. It's gone. So, we're going to push the Apo out. Descending nodes over there. Okay. Let's get to the Peri. And we'll push our Apo out. We've got a fair amount of fuel on this stage as well, so geosynchronous is not going to be an issue. And then that will give us the funds to actually get that mission done as well, hopefully. Epo needs to be 3255 apparently. Peri at 2418, so I'm going to cut the engines there. We'll go around to the ascending and descending nodes. And we're going to need to burn... Which way is it going to be? It's probably going to be this way, I think. Can't remember. Yeah. That'll bring us in line with the orbit that we need. Close enough. 0.9%. Right. Okay, our Apo's gone outside now, so let's bring that back in a little bit. And then speed up time, get us to the Apo. Which is also the ascending node at this point. Burn the Peri out. Ooh. Let's just bring that back a little bit. Oops. Come back, come back. Actually, no, we don't need to bring that back a little bit. If we burn... Which way is it? Hold on. Yeah, there we go. There we go. And then we'll go up to the Peri ourselves. And burn at the Apo. Sorry, burn at the Peri to push the Apo up. 3255 is our target. Within reasonable deviation. We are not yet within reasonable deviation. 3239. Oh! Apparently we are within reasonable deviation because that's saying that the contract is complete. Whew. 138,000 funds, 6 science and 15 reputation. We have just clutched this career from the jaws of defeat. I was looking at the wrong one as well, that's why that wasn't working. How much fuel have we got left? Half the tank. So here's a question. Can we get to the other one? Let's speed up time. Bring us down to... where this is going to be. Which is here, and then get ourselves pointing. It'll be pro-grade and this way, so in between these two, so about there. Technically, in theory, if I burn there, that will burn our Apo out and correct our orbit angle at the same time. Except we are going to get a moon encounter. No, we're not. Good. Oh, I burnt it out too far though, that's why. I don't want the moon encounter, thank you very much. However, I do want it to come back in. I want to miss the moon. You don't hear that very often in Kerbal Space Program. I want to miss the moon. Right. So that's that. So let's now... is it this one? No. Other way. Let's correct the orbit. Fuel, loads, correct the angle. Why is it moving? Not bad. Fuel, still good. Still lots of fuel. Right. Let's get up there to the Apo. Just missing the moon. We're at the Apo. Let's get ourselves pointing prograde. And let's bring periapsis up. Apo needs to be at 12,489. Peri at 11,130. So we'll put that in between the two. And let's do what we did last time. That's pretty close. So now actually all we need to do is get round to the Apo and burn that out. Again, preferably without hitting the moon. And then that will be 2 contracts completed with 1 launch, which is going to be pretty good. Come on, work. It's already saying that we're within tolerance. We have the materials bay. All we need to do is maintain stability for 10 seconds. There it is. My goodness, 94,000 funds, 4 science, 13 reputation. We have gone from bankruptcy to, well, the opposite of bankruptcy, which is, well, having money, in the space of 1 launch, which is pretty awesome. So it's now time for us to see what this thing does. Let's toggle these collectors. There they are. They're very pretty. They're not pointing at the sun. I'm sure they probably don't need to be, because this game is not that, you know, picky about realism. But there we go. We are pointing it at the sun. We are collecting solars. And we can now hit collect solar particles. A few heavier elements break through Kerbin's protective magnetosphere to become embedded in the high purity collection wafers. 12 science if we recover. We are not going to be recovering. 2.4 if we transmit. Actually, no, we can't recover. We haven't got any parachutes on this thing. So we're going to have to transmit this data and only get 20% of the value of it. Where is our... look, our aerial is behind the collector thing. So let's toggle that back in and transmit that data for 20% of its value. Out of interest, if we toggle the collectors back out again and do another collect, no, not worth a thing. So we now actually need to point the solar panels at the sun. Yeah, no difference with that. Solar panels at the sun so that we actually gain some power. There we go, we are gaining power. Does that use power while it's out there? If I toggle it down again, do we go from 0.77 to something more? Nope, doesn't really make much difference. So let's just leave them out there, shall we? Materials bay, we got all the materials bay data from here. Nothing we can transmit. Okay, so reset that. But there we go. That is a surprisingly successful mission, which actually has enough fuel for us to bring it home again at some point. I really didn't think that we were actually going to do that, but there we go. We have done it. So we are safe. We are actually safe. We have some funds to continue. So, actually, not a bad stream. Really, it's been quite successful. We've upgraded the R&D. We've managed to launch a box sat. We got very close to reaching the end of the season and then saved it again. We blew up the launch pad and fixed that. We've been to the moon and back. We got quite a lot done this week. So thank you for watching, guys. We're going to call the stream closed there. If you're watching this on the YouTube highlights, then don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. If you are watching this live, then thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you can join me again next week. Be sure to check out the Thunderclap campaign that we are running at the moment to promote our charity stream, which is coming up on the 29th of November. You can find details of that at ellitopia.com/real-time. ellitopia.com/real-time. All the details are on there about how you can support that live stream and how you can support Games Aid with the aid of that stream. And I'm really hoping that we will have a good stream that week with our real-time mission to Mun. So that's about all there is from me. So thank you for watching, guys. I've been Bristow, you've been watching Ellitopia Gaming, and this has been KSP Live, and I will see you next time. See you later.